It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive with Cook, and right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll buy some time right. Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out. See that?
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They go play action with Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The quick slant caught. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. C.J. Uzomah punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that long.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll go to Barkley again. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Setting up the screen for Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
2nd quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. Allen to throw once more. Flushed out right. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Philly. 61 yards. It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a start they can live with. 15 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Flush to his right. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. On the move to his left. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Devontae Smith, 58 yards. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2nd down and 3. To throw again is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 5. Again, it's Barkley. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. 2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5. Up the middle with Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. Barkley is not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. An unfortunate sequence there. Trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this 1st half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Throwing is Hurts. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 22-yard line. Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down. Here's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jalen Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only at at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And we will not see a run back on the... Opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Hurts' throw brought in by Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. A handoff to Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive. Something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Throw right side complete to Dotson. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going. Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it real. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll run with Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Now it's Barkley. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles take a 3-touchdown lead. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
On 1st down, Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick-6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get the football here at their own 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Hurts throw complete to Dotson. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 77 yards. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. The call for Nick Sirianni. Let's go for 2 here, he says. Hurts will throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They go play action with Hurts. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. Buying time to his left. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out left to Dotson. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and it is 42-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Eagles. Jahan Dotson, 59 yards. And the Eagles just continue to roll.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Barkley. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
53's the mic, 53, check 53. 65, 65.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick-6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is, don't quit competing.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Saquon Barkley. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
McKee. Quick slant, Dotson. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jahan Dotson, 33 yards. And the Eagles are able to claw one back. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 45 yards. And the Eagles get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Back to throw, McKee. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And McKee will look to throw it. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Running left, it's Barkley. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll go to Barkley again. He'll get this down to the 38.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's McKee. Airing it out deep for Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Hurts. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Oh, when coaches come effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a... Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately,
is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the... There he goes, left side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Now a hit and a loose football.
And it looks like the defense has got it. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
This is Barkley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On third down, Barkley. 49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, it's Barkley. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here comes third down and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Flush to his right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And down inside the 15 he goes. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Bates, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, Brown, a nice catch. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a first down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage, and now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence of the defense.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They'll try the air now with Goff. He's got right on the short throw. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle with Barkley. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Two minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7, our score.
They're not ready for this. They still playing suck. Don't touch that. But anyway,
here's a give to Barkley. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. First down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
A handoff to Barkley. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson. Now a 2nd and 6. Now Saquon Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. So it'll be a touchback, and that ball will be placed at the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to raise that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Goff now looks to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. And his guys are going to go. The football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2nd down, here's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his tight end Goddard. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. He'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Barkley. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7.
46 to Mike, 46.
They'll run with Barkley. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
But, Charles, what a tough start to this ball game for this offense. 2 drives, 2 turnovers. We'll see what drive 3 produces here.
Yeah, and Brandon, if I'm a head coach, depending on my personality, I'm definitely going to want to huddle up with this unit right now, right? Turnovers on the first 2 drives, threw an interception on the last one. Either I'm trying to give them confidence or maybe put a little fear in them to pick up their play, because right now they can't afford to go back out on that field and turn it over one more time.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned to